Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everybody, and welcome to the newest video I've uploaded, for now. With this new experience, as I mentioned in the end of the last episode, I am going to be creating a new style of media, and I am interested to know all of your feedback and input on this new media. Much work will be put into editing these videos, as in 6 to 8 plus hours, especially during my early stages of editing. So I hope it's up to par and entertaining for everyone tuning in. This new style will revolve around recording roughly 1.5 to 3 hours of gameplay, reviewing said gameplay and recompiling the footage into about a 20-minute episode with a voiceover describing my time and experiences in the game. To differentiate these videos from other game reviews, these will be going over the whole game in segmented blocks of game experience, revolving mostly around my own personal experience with the game, not the general quality of the game itself. So without holding y'all back too long, and without further ado, let's begin our long-awaited video with a warm welcome. So when I first launched Baba Is You, I slightly knew what I was in for. Slightly. Oh my god, it's such a simple solution! I'm so stupid! What I did know was that Baba Is You is a soft-coded game in which you can reload the function and completely switch/remove the function of some sprites by pushing segments of code, or visual blocks of text around to fit your current needs. So it's a puzzle game with code. Simple enough, I thought. I enjoy puzzle games, so I'm sure I can put my mind to it and bust out this game, or at least a sizable chunk, in just a couple segments myself. I was mistaken. This particular video game genuinely had me on the edge of quitting. Not to stop playing the video game, but to instead go and take an IQ test because I was severely concerned of my own basic intelligence. So instead I just actually rage quit for a bit. But we will return to that when that time comes. Let's loop back to the beginning. The very beginning. I first booted up the game with an abundance of excitement, not only to start my journey on a video game, but to start a new journey in YouTube with all of you quality people. So I sat and enjoyed myself through the opening credits and their bopping tunes and awaited the game to begin. I was greeted with a simple, but still pleasing to the eyes, title screen stating that what we will come to know is sometimes true and sometimes not so true. Baba Is You. I tried not to revel too long in the title screen because I was too antsy to get my feet stepping in this new battleground, so I clicked start. As the game truly begins, I see myself placed inside an empty void and shown a flower of light that gave us Baba. And then another below me giving me wall. But this time the word itself manifested a wall into being. Right off the bat, it is fun to look at, but it was a fair bit slow to get me running. So it looked like we will start this game in a brisk power walk, but maybe not an Olympic start. The rest of the sprites manifest into existence along with the corresponding entities. From here I was just left as me, Baba, to explore, to my heart's content. So naturally my first instinct was to end my life. But after a few moments of reveling in my decision and realizing death is boring, I decided to carry on with my journey instead. Now that I am in a more cooperable mood, I scan my surroundings and notice the sprite win. So naturally, if I am Baba because Baba is you, you being me, meaning Baba is me, must mean that if I move win to Baba is win, then surely I am the winner. So apparently, if Baba Is You is no longer Baba Is You, you being me, then I am no longer Baba, and even that Baba now equals win. I am no longer Baba, so I am no longer win myself. So what am I now? Lose? So instead I make wall win, and Baba me, so now me on wall is win. So with the first round out of the way, I moved on to making the walls my splendor. Stage 2 had the flag as the wall, so it was the victor, although I was reluctant to accept it. So far, I'm having a blast not only solving these puzzles, but sitting back and seeing if I could find a way to solve it in a way that was unintended or alternative. The third stage introduced a new mechanic being the sync mechanic, which was intriguing. I then hugged a rock to go home. I beat the next round without too much hassle, and in stage 5 I believed to have a cheeky W, making the lava a win, to which I was quickly reminded lava is indeed lava. Then I hugged another rock. I continued to trudge my way through the levels that were getting more intricate but still easier in a way. I had my ups and downs. I took a short, necessary hiatus during stage 1 of the new area, due to the fact that I, 1, could not figure this one out for the life of me, but 2, heard just about too much silence accompanied with one sound. So before I left my car in neutral on a downhill slope and took a nap, I instead went and touched some nice, beautiful grass. Okay, not really. I did go take a nap, but instead it was in my big bed with a giant teddy bear while thinking about my life decisions without seeing the light of day. And then I returned to my video games. And upon returning, I had finally come to a conclusion. I am Wall. And now onward. After my revelation of being Wall, I realized that my limits are not stopped there. I may also be Crab. The limit to which my power may grow is unspeakable at this point. But in all seriousness, the game still seems to add more experiences as I go on, albeit we are only in stage 2. It's still always a fun experience to see something new nevertheless. In stage 3 of area 2, I find we control a number of units including the normal Baba. This does take me a second to realize, I'll say, but once my smooth brain forms a few bumps, I find the solution to be more than straightforward. I could see why this game has been renowned for its design. Typically it would be a necessity for a game with lower graphic ratings to consist of great mechanics in one way or another, but this game takes that challenge and truly runs with it. The simple yet full of opportunity layout truly lays ground for an immersive, rewarding, and intriguing game. I went through another few stages with recycling mechanics but different layouts, but the gameplay still felt fresh, so it was just as enjoyable. The zoomed in stages caught me off guard a bit, but I do like the thought of limiting the space to move around, making almost a completely different gameplay experience. As I completed these stages, I noticed a new island appear on the map with a dot instead of a number. So naturally my curiosity struck, and it happened to be 2 extra zoomed in stages with close to identical layouts except for the addition of a few sprites in the second extension. A fun extra little tease if you were in the game for it, which I don't see why you would be playing this game if you weren't. In stage 6, I am introduced to 2 new mechanics, fun mechanics that I took much liking to. The open and shut mechanics. These essentially making a door and key function as a door and key. I like these new sprites a lot because not only did they make a key function as a key, but any other specific sprite a key as well. So of course the game threw me a bone and let me make this boulder key for this door instead. Made sense to me. After this stage I was prompted with the area clear text and sent back to the map. But personally I don't see the reason in playing a game if you're just gonna take the shortest route to the finish. We're here for the experience after all. So of course I head back into the depths, to which I was rewarded with the opportunity to hug another rock. Very nice. Followed by duplicating myself so I can control its brain for my own gain, so back to the normal stuff. I was then presented with a stage that consisted of hedges encircling most of the sprites and had some to move freely. The intriguing part here was the solution, including pushing 3 sprites in the correct order to not cause immediate loss if the wrong combination was entered. A good example of the creative design of this simply built game. As much as it irritates me to all hell due to my own stupidity, I must acknowledge the well-built experience created by these designers. The last 2 stages included puzzles that twisted the normal conception of roguelike RPG solutions, such as becoming the door and unlocking a key, and turning the wall into the locked entity and using a key on that instead. Although that could just be interpreted as a prison break, but my thing fits my explanation better, so we're going with that. After completing 100% of the stages in the area, you are once again presented with the Area Completed title, but this time with more jubilant animations, a simple but fun reward. I'll take it. So with that final stage complete and the first 2 areas completely tied up, that'll bring us to an end of my first 2 hours of experience in Baba Is You. I did very much enjoy the puzzle game, and I really can't say I had any bad experience with the game other than my own inefficiency in solving the puzzles, which is just simply not the game's fault. So overall, I think it really is a game worth experiencing for anyone that likes a decent brain teaser and would always be worthwhile to check out if you haven't yet. I know I'm late to this party, but I also know there are many others out there like me that have just strayed from experiencing a lot of the big games for a plethora of reasons. But I would like to use this channel just to go through for myself and actually experience all these things that I had missed out on previously. And I want to take all of you along with me to do that. That being said, if there are any specific games you all would want me to review, please comment below, and I'll try to get every single one I can. In due time, of course. This video did end up taking me over 15 hours of pure work to pump out due to me being very, very new to editing and me working strictly solo. But I honestly had a lot of fun doing this kind of video, and I plan to continue no matter what. But all I would ask is a simple like and sub for all the effort I plan to pour into this content. And please, if this video kept you all the way through, feel free to check out the next episode when they are released. To quickly recap, I will be finishing this game and recording it and reviewing my entire experience throughout before I move on to a new game. Sometimes I might do more than one game at a time, but for workflow reasons, I'll try to keep it to one game at a time. Now, I won't keep y'all too long with the extremities. I appreciate you being here very, very, very much, and please have a truly wonderful day and get some quality sleep. Goodbye, everybody!